ask you, start off by giving us a statement first on kind of what it meant for you to get back out there and then how it felt to play tonight.
Yeah, it's been a long 6 months of recovery since I've been on the field, so definitely felt great to be out there. Obviously, not a terrific result and not a great performance from us, so kind of balancing both emotions there.
After really a tough go for the first 80 minutes, see the team kind of get that flurry of 7 shots there down at the end and kind of keep pushing. What did that say about the fight of this team to kind of continue to battle there at the end when things weren't going your way?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a really relentless group. I think we've shown that multiple times now, starting off the season with a couple losses and coming back. So I think, we always have that in us. So, never count us out because we're always going to come with fight at the end there. I think we've definitely should have put some of those away. So walking away, not with a great feeling, but.
We'll turn it over to questions, starting with Victoria.
Hi, Tess. Congratulations on getting into the game. Welcome back to the field. It seemed like you had a really good link up with Olivia Wingate. Is that something you guys have been working a lot on in training and pulling that together for the game?
Yeah, Olivia and I subbed in together and we just had a quick little chat as we were going in. And I think our qualities really complement each other well. So our goal coming into that game was to just bring energy and make an impact. I think Olivia did a great job doing exactly what she was supposed to do, getting in behind lines. So yeah, maybe we're starting to build the connection there.
Sorry for that. Didn't realize I had my mic on mute. So you were in Sydney this summer, got started there. You only had a couple games, I think, before you got injured there. And then a few games last season for the Courage. So what's your goals for this season? Do you see yourself as like an impact sub, or are you trying to fight for your starting minutes as soon as you can?
I mean, I think everybody always wants to be on the field. So I think right now I'm just focusing on kind of my comeback and working my way into the team, whatever role that is, kind of figuring that out. Today obviously was a sub, trying to be an impact player off the bench. Next weekend, who knows? But last year was a really exciting year individually at the end of the year and as a team. And Australia obviously was its own little adventure. But I'm happy to be back in the rotation and just healthy. So we'll see where it goes from here, but I'm really optimistic about the team and how we're going to do this season.
To first start out here in Kansas City, hard fight at the end, just could not come with the equalizer. Just kind of your overall takeaway from the match here tonight.
Yeah, I think we just didn't show enough urgency in the first half, really. They did a good job of sitting in their blocks and not really leaving, not biting on any of the spaces, which made it really difficult to break. They were so compact, and they were looking to play in the transition, and that's what they did. And we got caught in that one moment, but I felt in the second half we created more chances, had a little bit more urgency, found better spaces. But just wasn't for us today. And that's fine. I think the players have a lot to be proud of, and it's just something we're going to have to get used to and continue to work to find ways to break down, because it's tough. It's tough at the highest levels, and it's tough in the NWSL as well, which is the highest level. So we'll learn from it, and we'll get back to work this week.
Victoria, go ahead.
Hey, Sean. You brought in Tess Boade and Olivia Wingate later in the game. Talk about their performance. It seemed like right out of the gate, they linked up really well. What was your impression in the short time that you got to see them on the field?
I thought Tess did a good job, found really good pockets, just added maybe a little bit more of a dynamic decision-making process and movements, and picked up really good spots. I know she likes that role. Yeah, I think Liv, I think she came inside a little bit too much, to be quite honest. With her pace and her ability on the dribble, we wanted her to run at the back line a little bit, but Mace did a good job of sort of solidifying it. So I think it made it difficult for Liv, and I think they forced her inside to where they closed the spaces. So, I think it's all process, right? So, Tess being healthy has helped us. She was a big part of what we did last year. And, we're happy to have her back. But again, when she drops into those spaces, we have to be more dynamic along the back line and not just play in front of them the whole time, which I felt like we got into a habit of doing sometimes, but that's okay. Like I said, we'll look at the video and see what we did well and see where we need to improve.
You had 67% of possession, it looks like, 84, little over 84% passing accuracy. It seems like that part of the game has come together. What is the missing link right now?
We can have 100%. If we don't score a goal, it doesn't matter. We have to be, I felt in the first half we played in front of them too much. We have to turn teams around a little bit more. We have to have more penetrative runs to get in behind and have, cause teams to drop off a little bit, and then maybe it opens up spaces. I just felt like we were just a little bit hesitant, and we just tried to be too cute at times in front of them, and we just couldn't break them down. So, yeah, we've established the ability to possess a ball, but today I felt like we didn't do enough to get behind and create dangerous opportunities consistently, especially in the first half. Second half, I thought we were more dynamic. So, we were missing some things in terms of the movements, but again, that's why we play, so we can learn and improve each week, and that's what like I said, that's what we'll do. But I would give up 40% of that possession if we got an equalizer, and I think there's 2 chances that we need to convert. We had good chances to convert, but again, they did a good job of defending in their box.
Thanks, Sean.
No problem.
Tyler, go ahead.
Hey coach. So this was 6-game unbeaten streak coming into the knot. What can you say about the team's efforts through those 6 games up to the knot?
Yeah, I think anytime you can get on a few streaks in the league, it's a great feat. I mean, especially for a young team that's still growing and learning. And but I would say this: I think, if we don't go back and learn from it, the streak, okay, it's whatever, 5-6 games, that's fine, and we move on. But we can't drop our heads because we lost a game. This league, anyone's going to beat anybody on any given day, and there's no bad teams in this league. And we have to be willing and able to show up every single day and every week and give our best performance, and then whatever happens. So, which I think we did today for the most part. Am I disappointed? I told the players I'm not disappointed in the effort and the changes that they made and the urgency they showed in the second half. But there's so many positives you could take as well. So while we lose a game, there's still positives that we can take and continue to build on. And that's what this is all about. This is a journey. This isn't a sprint, and no one's going to call that and change that. We're going to stay consistent in who we are and what we do. And that's not going to change over the course of the next 3-4 months.
Awesome. And you're halfway through this 4-game road streak now. How rough is that on the team? Just like traveling across the country one week and playing in 3 different time zones in that period?
Yeah, it's a disaster if you ask me. But every team has to deal with that. Unfortunately, in this league, the scheduling becomes a massive part of it. But every team has to deal with that. So, that's just the process of the way the league is set up. It's a big country, guys, and travel is a big deal. And I think, like I said, that'll never be an excuse. We're professionals, and we have to prepare ourselves and get ourselves ready each week. And that's what we'll continue to do. But is it hard? Yeah, it's hard, but it's hard for every team, not just the NC Courage. So, again, we get back on the road again next week. So, fun's to be had. But yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for these trips to be over. Personally, I think 4 games in a row is a bit much. I think maybe 2, and you can get away with that. But when you're asking teams to travel 4 games in a row on the road, you're asking a lot of these players. And but that's the same for every player in this league. I would say that.
Right. So the team started to, gel a little bit more. They're a young team, getting used to the play style. What do you think is like the biggest jump the team needs to make? Is it inconsistency or in the final third? What's your thoughts on that?
It's not consistency. The stats and data show we've been consistent, but it is the final third piece. And trusting and understanding, even when we get into good service positions, we don't have enough numbers in the box. The commitment to get into the box is important. But yeah, I think anytime you're in these situations, it's really tough, right? So you're playing against good players, good teams, well organized, and you have to be dynamic. We don't want to change how we play because we're on the road or home. We want to stay consistent in that, which we have. But I feel we have to be a little bit more dangerous in the final third. And again, that takes time. It's the hardest thing to do in the league and in the sport. And I've said that since day one. So we're doing everything else up to their right. And I think in the final third, we've just been inconsistent.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
Everybody good? Thanks all. Appreciate you staying up late with us. Coach, thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jake.
Out in just a bit. Have a great night.
You too.